This is Mag212, and this is my Rayven Rampage integration. You guys might be kind of shocked I didn't come up with a creative name for this one. So this is the same gun from my painting tutorial, if you saw that. If you didn't see that, you could go check it out, see how to paint a Nerf gun. I feel like it's really helpful if you've never painted before. Now I'm just going to go over this. I've made one of these before, just not on my channel, and I think it was really good when I fielded it. It was actually really useful to have kind of a stealth blaster, which is not, means you don't rev up your motors, because the motors are really loud when you ramp them. But the air, or the spring-powered gun, is actually very quiet, and you could just kind of sneak out a dart, like that. So now I'll get into the modifications, starting with the Rampage. This Rampage was integrated into a Retaliator barrel right here, and I did my normal hot glue, then epoxy over it, and I painted over the epoxy to make it look smooth and really cool, because I feel like it needed more green. I did cut this little piece back here. If you notice, I'm not sure if this is good or bad. It's probably bad in some ways, but I haven't come up with a problem yet. I actually cut down the plunger tube. If you could see, this little orange piece sticking out is the plunger tube. It's usually much longer, but I had to make it shorter because it has to fit on the Rayven. And if it were longer, I would have to move the Rampage up, and then that would be kind of uncomfortable to hold. Theoretically, it should make the darts shoot further because the spring is exerting less power into moving the plunger tube, because the plunger tube is obviously lighter because I reduced its mass. But I'm not sure, and if there is a problem, it hasn't come up yet, so that's good. If it does eventually, I'll just replace the plunger tube because I have an extra Rampage plunger tube. I actually didn't modify this much because I didn't want to take out the air restrictor, because if you're firing both of these at once, you might be dry firing the Rampage. So I kind of like dry firing, and when I'm bored I'll just sit around dry firing my guns because I don't want to go pick up the darts because I'm lazy. So now on to the Rayven. The Rayven, I took out the resistor on the motor, the thermistor on the motor, a lot of electronical locks and mechanical locks that prevent you from pulling the trigger if you don't have a clip or if you're pulling the rev button down. I also removed the electronic lock that prevents you from revving the motors if your access door is open. I can't actually show you because I don't have batteries, so there's no proof. But I did take out all the locks, and I'm running it with 4 Trustfire batteries. I recently bought batteries, and they're not actually Trustfire. They look exactly like the Trustfires, except they say 1200 mAh lithium-ion batteries, but they're the same gray, and they perform just as well, so they're cheaper, and I'm going to be buying those. And they work really well with this Rayven. So now on to the paint job. The paint job was a Gunmetal Met by Duplicolor. That's the gray metallic stuff. And then I used, if you checked out my other video, I used Moot green from Citadel as the accents and stuff. I left certain stuff unpainted, like the muzzle, because it's not fun to get shot by a policeman. And I also left the triggers orange because it looks cool too, because you need kind of more than 2 colors on your gun to make it look really cool. So I left stuff like everywhere, just little things, tactical attachment, the muzzle, and barrel piece right there. So that concludes all the mods for my Rayven Rampage integration. So now I'm going to show you the blaster firing.